My name is Professor Sabina Sheikh. Today we're going to learn different types of communication. So, based on the communication skills, there are three types of communication: verbal communication, non verbal communication, and visual communication. So, in this lecture, we will cover verbal communication. Now, students, in the last lecture, we have already understood what is communication. So, let's just revise. Basically, communication is transferring of messages between two or more people. Okay, see, we human are social animal. We are social beings. So, we constantly need to communicate to each other to share our ideas and information with other fellow humans. Okay, this process involves few steps so that our communication is effective. So, one by one, we will understand the different kinds of communication. So, let's start with verbal communication. Now, students, what is verbal communication? As the name indicates, it is a type of communication where words are used to transfer ideas or information to another human being. This can be done in a form of verbal interaction or through written or text messages also, such as emails, telegram, messages, etc. Now see, these are few, as you can see on the screen, these are few verbal communication skills. Okay, these skills are placed here to understand, to make you understand that before we speak to any other human being, there are few things which, there are few etiquettes you can say, and few things, few skills which each and every one of us should possess. First is you should listen before speaking. Okay, that means when the other human being is speaking to you, you should not immediately respond. You should just take a little pause, listen to him, and then you can respond. Read and write. Talk with objective. This simply means that we should avoid unnecessary talks, and always we should make an eye contact when we are speaking to other human being. This shows our confidence. And whenever you are speaking to other human being, make sure that you speak with utmost confidence and open-mindedness. Open-mindedness, students, means that you should be always open for others' ideas and views. You shouldn't be rigid. Okay, you should always keep your mind open to accept other people ideas and views. I hope this is clear with you. Okay, now there are few methods when it comes to verbal communication. Okay, first is your intrapersonal communication. Now intrapersonal communication is nothing but it's an internal dialogue which people usually use to speak to our own self. Okay, people, what they do, they usually engage in speaking to their own self. This type of communication takes place when a person talks to themselves. Okay, here communication takes place within the brain of the person. People usually interact with themselves, okay, on many occasions when they are not clear about the ideas, or when they are tackling emotions, or when they are daydreaming. There are times when the human beings speak to themselves, and this is called intrapersonal communication. You can say an example. For example, Mr. Roy, he has a habit of discussing things with himself, okay, before he takes any important decision. So this helps him to gain a little confidence, because when he speaks within himself, he is very very confident that yes, whatever result will come, that will be in his favor, because while speaking to himself within himself, he can make vital decision. Okay, this basically depends upon person to person. Then we have interpersonal communication. Okay, this communication we have already studied intrapersonal. Now interpersonal communication, this is also called dyadic communication. Okay, now over here what happens is, this takes place between two or more individuals. Okay, it involves various aspects of communication, such as speaking, listening, responding to words and various gestures, acknowledging we have different gestures, and when other human being accept such gestures or acknowledge such gestures, that is called interpersonal communication. I hope this is clear with you. Then we have small group communication. As the name indicates, this communication happens between two or more people. Okay, this involves interaction about specific topic or common goals. Okay, so that's why it is called small group communication. Then this is another important term. This is what we call it as public communication. Now in public communication, one speaker, he conveys information to large group of people. Okay, when does it happen? It takes place in setting where large group of people assemble to receive the information from the speaker. For example, your teacher, your professor. Okay, these are and if many a time in elections, election campaign also, you can see the speaker, he addresses to various group of people, or he addresses to large number of people. So this is what we call as public communication. Okay, wherein one speaker is addressing hundreds of other individuals. All right, then we have mass communication. Now this takes place when a small group of people, what they do, they pass down the information to large number of people. Okay, using different medium of communication. Okay, this type of communication, what happens is over here, it adopts a special kind of medium. What will happen, that will facilitate the information to reach to a wide majority of people. Okay, the example of mass communication is radio, television, posters, and now you all are very well aware about social media. Okay, so this is nothing but it's a mass communication. Okay, what happens here is the information is it's able to spread across the globe within the seconds. So I hope these methods are clear with you. See, you can see different types of verbal communication: intrapersonal, interpersonal, small group communication, public communication, and mass communication. Now, another important aspect over here is how to deliver a good public speeches. Okay, see, there are many points actually, but I have noted few points which you can easily involve whenever you want to speak, you want to give a public speak, or you want to speak in front of large audience. So you can include these points. These will definitely help you. Number one is start initial part of speech with facts, quotes, dialogues, or joke. Okay, see, whenever you're addressing a large number of people, first thing in your mind, what you should do is just be confident. Okay, and just within your mind, just speak to yourself and tell that yes, I am very good speaker and I will be able to deliver my speech to this beautiful audience with utmost confidence. Okay, now whenever you are starting initial part, see, initially when you start to speak, when you start public speaking, or when you start addressing the large number of audience, the initial few seconds are very very important for your entire speech. Okay, the initial few seconds, what happens is it decides how you are gonna engage the audience to listen to you. Okay, so initial few seconds are very very important. So what you can do is just include facts, quotes, dialogue, or if it's an informal communication, you can even include a joke. Now if you adhere to this first point, you will be able to engage your audience properly, and initially when the audience is engaged with you or talk, they will definitely listen to the entire thing. Okay, next is relaxed and straight posture. Do not just move here and there without any reason. Just be relaxed and keep a straight posture. Okay, do not crack your knuckles. This shows that this displays that you are a little bit nervous. Okay, so straight posture and you should be relaxed. Okay, take a deep breath and just relax. maintain eye contact with the audience. This definitely shows that how confident you are, and whatever you are speaking, you are very very confident on that. Next, avoid long and draggy speech. See, nowadays, even every time, nobody is interested in listening to long and the speech wherein any topic is dragged for a long time. Okay, so keep your speech short and sweet, and use voice modulation. This indicates that whenever you are speaking, okay, if you are speaking about, say, importance of social media, so whenever you feel that some line, some part, or some quotes, or some definition, or whatever is very important, just use voice modulation so that the audience understand in your entire speech which part was more important, or which part they should carry within themselves. Okay, so voice modulation is very very important. I hope this entire lecture is fine with you. In case you have any doubts, you can just write into the chat box. Thank you.